So let's give a little power. Yeah, there's not much power. Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's not much power. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. In front of me today, I have this 2020 Ford Fusion Hybrid Titanium. This is basically the last sedan that Ford built in North America. You know, obviously Ford gave away with, we have no more Focus, no more Fiesta, no more Fusion, basically no more sedans. The only sedan or a two-door sedan coupe that we have is a Ford Mustang. So this is basically, you know, 2020 was the last year that you can get a Ford Fusion, basically brand new car. It's a good looking sedan. I like the way it's designed. I just got off, you'll probably see a review, or if maybe a little later on, a review of the Lincoln MKZ, which is basically the same platform. This platform is called the CD4 platform, which is a global platform that Ford uses for a lot of the cars, specifically the sedans. Also the Ford Mondeo's in there as well, and I believe also the Edge and some of the crossovers. So but it's a very good looking sedan. So we got the 18-inch wheels on this one. So this has been the titanium. It's got the higher trim models. I really like those wheels. They're wrapped around Michelin tires on 235s. These are all the same tires all around. Really nice car, and this specifically in red looks really good. It's got some chrome accents, and of course, coming up here to the front, we have this Aston Martin-esque kind of front grille. Of course, we got your daytime running lights here, which are all LED. As you can see, we got LED headlights, and we have some LED basically fog lights as well. So really nice. I mean, it's a really, I think it's a really good looking front of a car. Obviously, I know they took some of the design cues from that Aston Martin's. So over here we got a little bit of aluminum trim in the bottom with kind of aluminum chrome. It's really nice. I mean, this car in red looks really nice. This one's actually called Rapid Red for this this car that we have in front of us. Rapid Red Metallic. It's really nice. Of course, this just got a sunroof. We got a little fin here as well from the back. And that's not a bad looking sedan, to be honest. Very nice and fuel efficient as well. So basically, you know, the last year, this has been the last sedan for this is this were built up to July 31st of 2020. Last year, July 31st was the last sedan that they rolled out of the line. This and basically the Lincoln MKZ. This were built in Hermosillo, Mexico. All these four sedans were built there, and of course the MKZ as well. So basically that was it. That was Ford said no more. If you want to get a sedan, you're gonna have to go to Europe, or I think in Mexico you might be able to get, I don't know if they have the Mondeo in Mexico. I don't think they do. But yeah, if you want to get, you know, obviously Ford's still building the Mondeo and the Focus in Europe. So but here in North America, if you want the brand new vehicle, it's going to have to be something, you know, an SUV. There's nothing else that you can get, even for Lincoln as well. No more SUVs from them. So no more cars from Lincoln or Ford. So here with me, we have automatic trunk opening. Coming into the back, of course, we're not going to have a lot of room because we do have that hybrid system in the back. As you can see, it's a pretty good sized trunk if you have a regular Fusion. But as coming back, see, this is part of the panel that takes all that batteries and everything for the hybrid system. But I mean, it's still not a bad, decent amount of room. You can put up, you know, a smallish type. But the only way it's designed, it's kind of tough to put anything back here. Here's going to be got some WeatherTech mats. As you can see, the WeatherTech really nice, high tech, good quality rubber floor mats. Down here we got a looks like a spare repairs, basically a compressor. Since this sedan does not have a spare tire, you get a compressor or a tire repair kit in the back. So this type of sedan. So over here you can see we got a backup camera, and of course here we got your trim of titanium hybrid, and that little spoiler here. Obviously not anything aerodynamic, just more of a aesthetic looks for that rear spoiler of this Ford Fusion. So heading into the Fusion's rear quarters here, of course we got this one's got the ebony black leather, and as you can see, guys, we'll pan out here, we got a bit of aluminum trim, a bit of a blacked out plastic trim here. This is still pretty soft material. Got some leather here on the center arm, on the armrest of the door. Of course you got more plastic here by the door handle, and of course you got a looking can fit a drink bottle there. We got a couple of speakers here in the back, and coming here we got this leather interior. It's got some white stitching here. It's very soft, kind of perforated leather. And let's get inside, guys. See how roomy this is. It's a little tight. I'm about 5'11". The seats are a little bit further back than usual, but there's a little more room there to be had. But it's not a bad cockpit. Obviously, we coming around here, as you can see, we got a nice kind of grayish liner for the roof here, or for the ceiling. You got a sunroof, and here, of course, we already have down the center armrest here with some cup holders. We're just gonna put that back up here. The leather feels really nice, very soft. This car has very few miles on it, so it's I believe it's under 10,000 miles. Put that information, guys, on the screen for you. But it's still a brand new car. This thing is really nice, well maintained, basically brand new car. So back here, guys, we have, of course, your AC outlets. We do have a 12 volt here. That's part of the just a connection. I don't see any USB connections or anything like that. I'm kind of surprised, being a titanium, that this does not have a little more, at least a USB connection in the back. So here we got a couple of pockets here, only for the passenger side. I got a couple of inches of spare in the top here for my height, but it's not bad at all for this Ford Fusion side. So it's more of a sleek sedan. So the rear, as you see the sleekness to it, and that kind of really, you have a couple of humps that give you a little more room for the head, but still it is a little bit of tight back here for that. So all right, let's go ahead, guys, and take a quick look at that power plant of this Ford Fusion. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this foot prop inserted here where it's supposed to be. Not making it easy. Actually, if KZ has a hydraulic thing here that can go just one hydraulic one, which I don't know if you can retrofit into this. You might be able to, but all right, guys, so here we got the hybrid power plant of this Ford Fusion. It's a normally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder engine along with the electric motor. This produces 195 horsepower combined power and 129 pound-feet of torque. So it's not a very torquey or peaky power plant, but it's just, pretty much enough for every day. This is a front-wheel drive model, and it's made it to a CVT, basically a CVT unique to this model of the hybrid. So obviously I kind of slightly drove it. It's not a lot of power, but the efficiency is pretty good. You get 43 miles per gallon city and about 41 highway. So if you're looking for efficiency, this is the car to get. So you got also available the 2-liter turbocharged EcoBoost engine with 245 horsepower, or you also have the 1.6 liter or normally aspirated, I think, inline 4 as well. And also we had the twin turbo V6 of the Sport Fusion. So obviously that was made it to the full-wheel drive as well, but you can get all-wheel drive as well in this. I don't think you can get the full-wheel drive version with the hybrid, but in other models you can definitely get full-wheel drive. So, but as you can see, we get the hybrid badge here for that. And it's pretty clean. Obviously it's very fuel efficient. I don't know how much of reliability it will be in the longevity of things, but I think Ford built some pretty good things, and I'm sure this has got warranty till probably a while. So I will definitely get an extended warranty on this for sure. So all right, guys, that's it for this motor of this Ford Fusion, and there we go, guys. All right, guys, so I have the key with me here in the pocket. You can close the car with this here. Just close it up, or if you already have the key in the pocket, you just have to just open up, and this opens up as well. Here that we have here, as you can see, we got a little keypad that's embedded into the side pillar here. This is basically if you want to lock your car with the keys in it, you can just press your code that's assigned to the car and open. That's a great feature for that I have. All of them have them, so just a little quick note on that option there. Coming here to the front of this 70 black leather, of course, we got some leather here, the white stitching, the aluminum trim. Coming up, we got, I've told you, window controls here and mirrors. Of course, here you got a couple of mirrors for your seats. These are 10-way power adjustable seats, if I'm correct. If not, I'll correct that on the screen, guys. I like the leather. It's got a pretty decent side bolster in here as well, and really nice seats, and they are cooled and heated. Of course, we come here, we got a little bit of like a dark trim here surrounding the air vent, and of course we got some of the trim here and the soft stuff here, and because we got the leather trim steering wheel as well. So all right, let's go ahead and get inside this cockpit. Obviously we got here, of course, on the screen here. I'm gonna start it up. I don't know if this will start up because it's being a hybrid. I believe my sister-in-law has one of these. We're gonna head and get things started. I don't think this would have the engine starting along. I'm gonna get started off, guys. Obviously the car is on. This will probably start up in electric, which I don't hear they have the engine. If we get the AC going plenty enough, it'll start the engine. Very similar to the Lincoln MKZ that I drove, but that Lincoln MKZ has got more of a sleek interior. It's got all kinds of, that one that I drove had a lot of like Cabernet interior, red leather and all that kind of stuff. Kind of interesting. If you want to see that video, guys, I'll link it up on the bottom or here in the top. But this has got a really nice interior as well. This is the same steering wheel that's in the MKZ as well, leather wrapped. Same type of controls here for your center screens here, and of course we get a Sony 10 speaker system, all your AC. And go ahead, guys, and close this door here so we can get some more, a little bit more quietness. See, the car's on already. The AC turns on. Obviously the engine's not on, but obviously I believe I heard the engine start before. Here in the middle we have your 8-inch infotainment system. This is Sync 3 still. This one, of course, being the titanium model. We got your nav. We have, basically your radio, climate, settings. We can do your apps, and obviously this is pretty intuitive. It's pretty quick still to the touch. I've been enjoying the system. This is the same thing that's in my wife's 2016 Escape. Obviously they improve it little by year. This got a little more things. Obviously, we got your stereo. Up here, of course, you see you got the Sony Stereo, the 10 speaker. Of course, you got the buttons for your seat. We got all the AC controls here. This is a dual sound AC. Also here at the bottom, we got cool seats and heated seats as well. And we got also, I don't know if we got a heated steering wheel, but we got some extra buttons. So really nice. I mean, this is a really nice, top of the line titanium model. Now, really interesting the way this is designed. This is, as you can see, this is all open here at the bottom. We got 2 USB connections and a 12-volt, a little more of a pocket here. And here we got basically your cup holders. Here we got the little round dial for your gears. Obviously, you got your parking brake. You got your eco mode and your downhill descent control here. So it's really nice. Obviously, here in the middle, we got a little more storage. I don't see any more connections here in the middle, just some more storage. And this is a nice aluminum. It's kind of the mid, kind of a darkish or more of a satin aluminum trim here with some chrome surrounding all this stuff. It's really nice. And then as you can see here, we got all the rest of the cockpit, the same type of aluminum leather. Here we got your glove box, which got a little bit kind of two storage weight. Really nice, pretty good size room there. You see some of that plastic aluminum with that more plasticky black design there. It's not bad at all. I mean, that's just better than the piano black, because some of the piano black really shows the dust. This is still showing some dust, as you can see, but it's not as bad. The side of the cockpit is not bad. Of coming here to the interior, it's kind of similar to the Ford Edge kind of instrument cluster. Of course, this kind of operates both of these sides, all the information that you have. Let's press OK. Of course, here you got all kinds of battery things are going to show you. You got your tire temperature pressures. Of course, you got an analog speedometer. I don't think you get a tachometer here. Of course, you got a little more. You got all your controls here for your lights and your wipers and your turn signals. And it's not bad at all. I mean, it's got a nice interior, I think, overall. And up here, guys, of course, you got a standard sunroof. Obviously, the MKZ does have a panoramic as well, which is really nice. Really like that one. And of course, here we got some lights as well and all that stuff. This is all the same as the MKZ. You got home link here, and of course, you get a mirror here as well for both sides. So, I mean, for a sedan, it's still not bad. It's got a nice interior of a cockpit. Obviously, this is a little bit older design, but still very functional in today's standards. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get this out for a drive. All right, let's put on our seatbelts. I believe that this is already on. Obviously, this is going to start on electric. As you probably hear the engine start. Basically, this is the first time I'm kind of driving this type of hybrid car. So we're going to head in, put this thing in drive. And I want to take a quick look at that camera. So it's got a very nice clear graphics. As you can see, we got some sensors in the back. Obviously, with trajectory lines. As you can see, those are moving. It's really nice. So we do have the sensors in the back, and obviously here you have a little Ford contour that's showing all your trajectory lines here in the front. And so, but let's go ahead, guys, and put this back on drive. All right, guys, let's head out and let's take a turn this way and get a drive of this Ford Fusion Hybrid Titanium. So the engine just kicked on. I just hear it. So obviously sometimes when the AC is running, probably going to hear it. So, and let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, that sound system is really nice. That Sony speaker system is nice. 10 speaker system. That sounds like it does have a subwoofer, guys. Really nice sound systems. All right, let's head out and take a test drive of this. See, the engine's starting right now, guys. So now this is obviously what I've kind of read. This is the hybrid is running on a softer suspension than the regular model. Obviously, this is tuned for economy and efficiency. Obviously, getting 43 miles to the gallon is fantastic. My sister-in-law really enjoys it. I have not been able to drive that one, but she's always busy. But having this, obviously she has a Toyota CHR, and this is much more efficient than that. She always drives this much more than her own personal CHR. So I want to start at 43 miles per gallon. If you're looking for efficiency in a sedan, this is it. So also we got, of course, hybrid models from Toyota. Honda has them as well. Most every manufacturer has it, and of course we're going electric. So I won't be surprised if Ford offers something. Obviously we got the Ford Mach-E, and that's kind of I don't think they're going to produce a sedan in electric, to be honest. But so let's give it a little power. Yeah, there's not much power. Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's not much power. And then we got this guy crossing the road here. Yeah, if you're looking for performance, this is not it. There's no pedals or anything like that. And we got a CVT transmission, which is just actually it's not running bad. Obviously, the engine is quiet because you don't want that engine goes that CVT transmission, which I hear them all the time. I've heard cars with modified exhaust with CVTs, and to be honest, they sound pretty horrible. So, but it is a comfortable sedan. Everything's at your fingertips. Of course, we got that great system. Sounds really nice. And also the car is quiet, and it's very quiet. So now that we're gonna start on engine, so let's give it a little bit of bump. Yeah, obviously, yeah, this is no EcoBoost, but you know, it's for every day. I mean, if you're not in a rush, this is a perfect car, and of course, you're gonna get excellent mileage. You can't beat this type of car. It's hybrid. It's a comfortable car. You know, it's got all the amenities of any modern car. Still a 2020, so it's not that far back. This doesn't feel as isolated and as nice, as quiet as the MKZ. Of course, Lincoln puts a lot of sound deadening material in those cars, but this is still very smooth. I mean, it's a very quiet car. It's a very smooth riding. The suspension is super nice. Yeah, this is really nice. This is running on Michelin Energy tires, which are even, you know, much more of a energy efficient soft tire, soft suspension. This car rides very well. It's not as quiet as a Lincoln MKZ. This is the same car, same platform model. Obviously, Lincoln engineers that car to be a much more quieter, much more refined ride. But this is still not bad. This is, I would say, if you're looking between this and the Lincoln, which I just drove before, this is basically about, you know, 75-80% of that Lincoln. Obviously, except all the electronic stuff and the leather and all that stuff. But this is a very nice car. I mean, it's a very efficient car for a Fusion, for a hybrid. Excuse me. It's you know, it's an excellent car. The steering, yeah, it's got artificial. It's pretty, a little bit over assisted, and yeah, it doesn't have the best feeling, but it's pretty decent for what it is. I wasn't expecting anything performance-wise for a hybrid, but an interesting the way it feels. And the brakes feel a little bit weird because at the beginning there's not much of a, you gotta kind of give them a good press. Yeah, the brakes still have a little bit of weird feeling. I've heard about that. I've driven the Ford MoCo, which has a regular kind of brake. Obviously, if you let go, it brakes by itself. But the brakes on this one feel a little bit weird. Obviously, you press it and there's not much, and then you gotta really press it hard. Then it comes on hard, but it's kind of hard to modulate them. So, but here we are, guys. We're not, you know, there's by no means any type of speed car. I like it. It's a pretty nice car, and I like it. Man, the handling's okay. I mean, yeah, this is not tuned for any type of sport driving. There's no sport buttons. There's nothing like that. This is just, you know, either electric or the motor, or both. And yeah, the brakes that you're on, in fact, they probably get used to it, but they're gonna be hard to modulate a little bit. But I think you could probably get used to it and see where you. Just with time you get adjusted to those brakes, but it's nice. Everything's nice. Everything feels leather. Everything feels very nicely done. It's very quiet. There's very minimal wind noise. There's no rattling, nothing of that. I mean, it's still a brand new car. This only has just under 7,200 miles on it, so it's a brand new car, to be honest. So yeah, compared it to the, you know, this is being the same platform. Yeah, the Lincoln is much more refined feeling. Ford did a lot with the, I would say, also the steering feels a lot more, I don't know, stable and more, I would say more, how would you call that a word, more tuned for quietness. I don't know, it's just a different feeling for the Lincoln. So, but it's still very nice. Obviously, very efficient car. I would recommend this because it's a good looking car. It's very comfortable. A lot of people, of course, prefer an SUV, which is why Ford stopped selling these cars, because they know everything's SUV now. So as you can see, we got the Ford Bronco Sport there. Those basically last just a few days here in the dealership. But guys, I want to give a big shout out to Bartow Ford and Randy. Big thank you to them for allowing me to test these vehicles and review them. And they're a great dealership, guys. I'll put all their information in the description below. If you guys looking for, this is a really nice car. If you want this one here, this is still available. I'm driving it, so So really nice car. I mean, efficiency, yes, this is it. Obviously, if you want another hybrid, newer one, you have to get a Escape hybrid. I think they ran out of EcoSports, and this is the next best thing. So this is a really nice and fuel efficient car. So we're gonna get this route down. So now it's very quiet. As you can see, it's running on electric now, and the park at the camera does a good job. You know what? I'm not doing a good job of parking. So let me just straighten this up a little bit. So this is, I prefer actually the button on the Lincoln than this round on, to be honest. So all right, guys, so there we go. Put this in parks. What do you guys think of this Ford Fusion Hybrid? I like it. I mean, I'm sure my sister will raise about this fuel economy. I'm sure this is a great fuel savings car, especially nowadays. So nice car, very quiet. If you're looking for power, this is not the car for you. I would get the EcoBoost, the one in the Lincoln MKZ, the 240 at least. So, or a Fusion Sport, which I have not driven yet. So, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all those who have subscribed so far. And you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.